Welcome back to Self Love Sunday, brother, sister. I am deeply honored that you chose this space for today to perhaps help you and assist you on your healing journey. Um, Trauma bond is not an easy journey to heal from, but it certainly is possible. And I'm so proud of you for doing this for yourself, for searching for answers, for gently unfolding the self-love that is awaiting you on the other side of healing. I hope this space is going to be your sanctuary, a gentle corner of peace, a place where you get to rest, get to breathe, and get to be held without any judgment. And I hope you know that you are perfect the way you are, and there's nothing wrong with you. And I hope this journey of healing will be allowed to unfold in its own pace. Now, before we begin, I'd like to make a gentle disclaimer. I am not a trained clinician or therapist. I speak from a lived experience as someone who have survived trauma bond, who was once emotionally abused, who was shattered by it to pieces and had to rebuild herself piece by piece. I know how impossible it may feel to leave an abusive relationship. I know how soul-crushing the aftermath can be. And I know the feeling of thinking that you lost the love of your life, when the truth is you lost a person that your nervous system was conditioned to prioritize over yourself. So in fact, what happened was that deep inside, you were feeling that you're losing the love of your life, your actual love of your life, which is you. Today, I'd like to explore a subject of so-called somatic memory, the way your body remembers trauma long after your mind already decided to try and move on. So, let's dive into the episode. Before I begin, I'd like to make a special thank you to my darling, beautiful boyfriend who decided to clean up this space for me to make it even more peaceful and welcoming. So, what is somatic memory? What is it actually? Somatic memory is body's way of holding on to experiences that were too overwhelming, too confusing, or too painful to process at the time when they were happening, okay? So somatic memory can live in your breath, in your heartbeat, in your posture, in your muscles, in the way you sleep, in your gut, and in your ability to trust. This is why you might be out of the relationship, but still feel hooked emotionally, mentally, or physically, right? So that all of that is not because that love was stronger. No, that is because the conditioning was much deeper, and it touched a root of everything that happened, which is you feeling unworthy of love. First of all, I'd like to validate you and recognize you. My love, you did not lose the love of your life by losing that person. You actually lost someone your nervous system learned to revolve around. You were trained, very often subtly and slowly, through manipulation, through initial beautiful experience, to then it becoming what it was, an emotional or physical abuse. You were trained to become responsible for their moods, their silence, their insecurities, their storms. You were basically conditioned to think that if only I can be good enough, calm enough, loving enough, perfect enough, they will stop hurting me. And that had nothing to do with love. This was survival. And the breakup felt so soul-shattering because your body had been wired to believe that keeping them stable was the only way you stay safe. Let that sink in. There's nothing wrong with you. This was your body trying to protect you the only way it knew how. This was like a little warrior within you. Yeah, sorry, it just touches me right here, right now. That little warrior within you trying to protect you the best way it could. The inner child trying to protect you. Now let's dive into some somatic signs in your body that you're still carrying that trauma. I've got 8 of them for you. Number 1, anxiety that shows up out of nowhere. This basically means that your body is releasing what it held on to for way too long. Number 2, feeling lonely but not wanting the person back. The meaning behind it is that you are grieving the pattern, not the actual person. Okay? Number 3, the tightness in your chest or throat when imagining that this person is getting angry with you. Now that was your body's way of bracing for an impact. Can you feel that? Number 4, hypervigilance, feeling on alert, even in peace. You spend months or even years in survival mode. So no wonder that this stayed within you because you had no real way of releasing it. You were constantly on alert. Your body doesn't know yet it is safe. Number 5, missing the highs but terrified of the lows. This was the push and pull, the high and low, and the truth behind it was addiction chemistry, not compatibility, not passion or dramatic love. It was unhealthy dynamic that kept you on your toes. Number 6, confusion between craving and connection. This intensity, this intense pull towards this person, that didn't mean love, okay? It felt like it, but whatever it was again addiction. Now you are relearning safety and learning how a healthy connection should look like. And it will take time, and it's okay. Number 7 of the somatic feelings in your body, you're feeling tired all the time. That one might be one of the symptoms. Your nervous system is simply detoxing from emotional adrenaline. Yeah. And number 8 is struggling to trust kindness. And it's perfectly normal as well because you've been deceived. Very often you've been very much deceived and blindsided. And you worry to trust yourself right now. So no wonder that also extends onto other people. And even if someone has come to you with genuine kindness, you may be feeling suspicious if their intentions are clear, because you've been so shattered and disappointed and heartbroken by trusting someone, right? So it's okay. It's okay to take your time with trust. And I wanted to make it clear that through all of these, one message comes across, and it is feel the feelings. Allow yourself to feel everything without judgment. There is nothing wrong with anger, with grief, with guilt, shame. As long as you allow it to flow through your body and don't hold on to it. Don't judge yourself for having those within you, okay? Because that's another layer of guilt and shame added when you're beating yourself up for feeling angry, for still missing them, for not understanding what happened, for lacking trust. Okay? If something is not happening fast enough, give yourself time. This is your journey, your pace, your heart. Don't compare yourself to anyone, okay? It's you, and it is for you. Okay? Take your time. Each one of these symptoms are already an indicator of a milestone of moving on in your life, of stepping from confusion into more clarity, of stepping from self-doubt into self-love. Bit by bit, okay? At your own pace. Now, how do we reframe this? Aside from feeling all the feelings without apologizing, I want you to hear this very gently. Your trauma bond was also there to expose the places where you never were taught to love yourself. The places where you learned to be quiet, accommodating, and responsible for other people's feelings. The places where you abandoned yourself to stay connected, no matter what, even against any logic. Now that you might see it now, right? But you might have not been seeing it earlier because you were not taught. You were taught to go against the logic, against your body, against your intuition. Yeah? Basically, you were taught to depend your worth on someone else's approval. And now it's time to seek only the approval of the most important person in all of this, which is you. That pain doesn't mean you're weak, just to make it clear, okay? That process doesn't mean you're weak. I mean, you are still standing here. You were just conditioned to prioritize others over you. And it's okay to take time to relearn that pattern. Leaving this kind of relationship, even if it broke you, was the moment where your soul whispered to you, you deserve better than this. That's why it's changing. That's why that had to break. This bond had to break because you had to reclaim you and start valuing your opinion. Start loving yourself. And healing is not about becoming a new person, okay? It is just returning home to the parts of you that always felt and knew that you deserve safety and love. Now, for the next part, I'd like to offer you a meditation and mantras. Now, feel free to skip this part if you are not into the meditation mantras, but I do want to make a point that breath work, meditation, gentleness that you practice is a huge part of releasing all of these emotions, all of these somatic stuck energy. Yeah, so I would recommend for you to do that work as well for yourself in your own time and space. Okay? So if you are ready, close your eyes. If it's safe to do so, place your hand on your chest and another hand on your belly. And let's breathe together. We're gonna breathe in for 4, hold for 2, and breathe out for 6. Ready? Inhale for 4. Hold for 2. Exhale for 6. One more time. Let your shoulders soften. Let your jaw unclench. Let your heart loosen its armor, even if just for a moment and for a little bit. Now repeat softly or silently. I am safe in my body. I'm returning to myself. I choose what feels grounding. I choose what feels gentle. I choose me. Now let that land and let your system feel the truth of it, even if it's just for one breath. But the plant, the seed will already be planted within you. Now take a deep breath in and breath out. You can open your eyes if you had them closed. So just to summarize and finish this episode, I wanted to say thank you, first of all, for spending this time with me. I'm proud of you. As you step back into the world, remember your healing doesn't need to be loud or fast to be real. Even the smallest shifts in your breath, in your awareness, your choices, they are already milestones and healing happening in real time. They are transformations. You are not behind. You're not late. You are exactly where you need to be on your journey. Until next Sunday, take a gentle care of your heart. Take care of your body. Take care of your breath. Thank your body for being there for you. You are safe here in this platform, but first and foremost, you are safe within yourself. And one final thing that I want to leave you with. You are so deeply worthy of the love that you're learning to give to yourself. I hope to see you next week. Take good care.